Hey guys, I'll preface this with the fact that I'm a little disappointed. I had originally recorded something at the beach where it was right before dawn, right when I went, and I'm like, oh hey guys, welcome to the beach pre-dawn, and it was really cool, but apparently the frame rate's too low, which is really disappointing. So I can't actually add it in. So instead, we're gonna do just an audio one, and in the background I'll have all of the pictures I took at the beach, which is quite a bit. So hopefully I'll be able to fill in the time. Anyway, stuff that's happened in the last week. So I got to drive. That was really exciting. One of the guys upstairs, Pat, is a friend of mine. He wanted someone to go with him while he went grocery shopping, and so he's like, "If you come grocery shopping with me, I'll let you drive the car when we get back." So we went grocery shopping, came back, and I got to drive his car on the parking lot, and that was really cool. And I'm really thankful that he let me do that because it was actually, honestly, it was kind of a treat. Because you get to drive in another country. I mean, not a lot of people get to say that. Funnily enough, it's not driving on the other side of the road that's weird. It's like having to adjust all the little things. So we're used to the passenger side being on the right, and so like all your mass is on the right, but here it's on the left, and stuff like that. It was really cool, and I hope someone else will let me do it again before Mike and I's big trip, because we're driving for, well, specifically I'm driving for like a week. So it'd be nice to have a little more practice. That's an okay transition to trip planning. So I sat down and made a big old itinerary of all the stuff that Mike and I are going to do, and it's really quite extensive. But I'm glad I did it because it made me, frankly, it made me feel a lot better. I was a little worried about stuff working out, but all the times work and everything fits together, and it'll all be okay, which is nice. And then also, I'm going to Uluru after. So Mike leaves on the 5th at about, oh, give or take, like 10:15 in the morning. Well, at 9:40 in the morning, so right before he gets on his plane, I get on a plane to go to Alice Springs, which is in the middle of Australia, right in the outback. And then from there, the next day, so I'll spend a night in Alice Springs, and I'm going on a tour of the outback, which is, well, not the outback, of Uluru, Ayers Rock, which is a beautiful, amazing, it's an UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's amazing. It's a massive sandstone formation in the middle of the desert. I'm so excited to go see it. I get to see that. I get to see Katajuda, which is a semi-related set of massive rock formations out in the middle of the desert. It's so beautiful. And Kings Canyon, which I've actually never heard of, frankly, but I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. So I get to go to the Outback. I mean, if Australia is the dream, right, then the Outback is like the inception, the dream within the dream. Seriously. So that's just really exciting to get to do. Yeah, and also just while I'm thinking of trips and things that I'm doing, I plan on going fishing at some point, chartering a fishing trip, maybe with some other people if I can convince them, and doing probably deep sea fishing or something else. Because I mean, on the one hand, I'd love to fish like rivers and stuff around here, but it's the Pacific and it's this far South Pacific. There's stuff out here you can't catch anywhere else in the world. So yeah, transitioning over to school because I don't have a good transition. We'll start with the not as good news. So I had an economics test on Monday, and it didn't go so hot. I won't say what the score was, but it didn't go that well. I'm really disappointed. Well, I was really disappointed. I still am, but now it's not active disappointment. It's passive disappointment. Slightly different. Uh, yeah, what was really, I guess, bothersome is that I, it was the double-edged sword of it was stupid mistakes. And I mean, I will say that I was really rushed for time. I'm the kind of person that usually has 10, 15 minutes to do stuff, like after I'm done. But I had less than five when I was done here because we had only an hour to do this test, a test that in America would have been for 2 hours. So that's the kind of thing I'm used to. And like writing out all my work and stuff like that. So I was really crunched for time. And then what really didn't help, and this is totally my bad, is I basically flip flopped a definition. I multiplied when I should have divided, and that error carried out throughout the rest of the test, and it just really screwed me over. Uh, but I have chosen to overcome it and not be overwhelmed because you have two options in life. You can be overwhelmed by the bad things that happen, or you can overcome them. And I'm choosing to overcome it. So I will be studying harder and longer and stuff like that. Usually, I don't cram. Okay, I got like, half a week or so before a test. I'm going to spend a couple hours every day working on it, getting it down, just making sure I know what's going on. And I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for mastery. And by mastery, I mean spend an hour or two every day reading stuff, doing example problems, looking stuff up online, just getting work done. Because I'm not here to slack or otherwise. I want to get a really good grade and want to do a good job on this stuff. And especially something that I care about, because I care about all my courses. And what's cool is I feel like actively invested in them. So now it's not, oh, geez, I did bad. This is annoying. It's like, I did bad. Man, I love this course. I want to show this course that I can do better and stuff like that. And so I guess speaking of hard work and all that, to the bright side, I have sat down with two professors and talked to them about research opportunities. And I technically now have 3 different research opportunities laid out before me. So two of them are with the same professor. He's my renewable energy conversion professor, and then another one is with a professor I don't have any classes with, materials guy. So Hellman, Doug, if you guys are listening, you are still somehow sinking your talons into me, sort of. Anyway, so with the renewable energy guy, my 2 choices are trying to learn how to program and helping him with the simulation, which would be kind of cool. I have wanted to learn how to code, and now here's a good excuse. Or option 2, I help him plan out next year/semester's course load. This is a pretty new course. This is like the first or second time it's been taught, and he wants help trying to make it better, and I love teaching, so this sounds really attractive. And the other one, the third option, is working with the materials guy. Well, so he's a materials engineer, and it's still renewable energy stuff, though. It's a thermal energy converter. Basically, it takes heat and makes electricity. This is the gist of it. And they made a really kind of jank prototype, and my job would be to put it back together and make it more efficient. So kind of fix their broken thing, which would be so cool because it's tinkering, and I love tinkering. Unfortunately, all 3 of them have a very similar theme, which is I do not get paid, and I don't get officially recognized by the university in the sense that you wouldn't be able to look me up in a charter somewhere. You wouldn't be able to go to the university website, look up a directory, and find my name in it. But I would get officially recognized in various academic papers. The professors have sworn up and down that they would give me glowing reference letters, that they would back me when I put this job on my resume, like as an actual job. So it's a bit of a toss-up. I'm going to be sitting down with another professor on Thursday, so a little less than a week from today, and talking about yet another potential research opportunity. Frankly, if it pays, I will be jumping on that. For the record, my funds are not hurting. That is not why I'm focusing on being paid. I'm focusing on being paid because there is a certain legitimacy that comes with money. You know, if you can say, yes, I was paid this, that, and the other by working, people are like, oh, okay, cool. Whereas if you don't, people kind of like, oh, were you actually doing anything? Was this just someone being nice? There's a legitimacy that comes with money. Also, it would check off one of the things on my bucket list, which is get a job on another continent. And I'm, at least for now, holding part of the definition to hold that I got paid. Okay, so that's actually really exciting. So potential research jobs are going well. Other stuff, so I do not have a good transition for this, but I was on the EVIT debate team, so my dorm's debate team, which is actually really cool. They're really cool people, very casual, very relaxed. And we won. We were arguing that the New South Wales Higher School Certificate, kind of a cross between a GED and an ACT, because I love acronyms, and I think most of you know what those mean. It's a college entrance exam, sort of, basically. And we were arguing that it was not redundant, that still had purpose and value, whereas the other team was arguing that did not. And we won hands down. What was really, really cool is I got up, I did my piece, because there were several people who had to speak, and I was the second one to give an argument. And I went up, I did my piece, I sat down, and mentally, I'm like, oh, that was okay. I've spoken better before, but that was all right. And my team looks at me like jaws agape, eyes wide. Seriously, I kid you not, jaws agape, eyes wide. Oh my God, that was amazing. And when we won, I was walking out, I had about 4 people come up to me and ask if I did this professionally, which is a huge ego boost. I think someone needed to put some weights on me, so that way I didn't float up because my head got so big. But it's just really cool because I love public speaking. I don't want to say I have a passion for it, because if I had a passion for it, I'd probably be on the debate team in college and a bunch of other garbage. But I do really enjoy public speaking. I love having an audience, getting up in front of a crowd. It's a really cool feeling that I really enjoy, and getting to hear people say, hey, you did that really well. It's really special, and it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Oh, I just got back from it's called commencement. So it's Friday for the record, the 11th. I'm not sure if I said that at the beginning of the video. Oops. And anyway, they have something called commencement, which the shortest way I can think of to describe it is sort of prom-ish, except there's no pressure to get a date. I don't think anyone actually went with a date. Everyone was just like, they went by themselves with their groups of friends, which is great actually. I wish prom was like that, frankly. Maybe I would have gone. Anyway, uh, it was a really good time. Basically, it was a big formal dinner, kind of supposed to kick off the year, even though we're 3 weeks and almost a month in now. I think we're 4 weeks in. God, 4 weeks in, and kicking off the year, really formal, really nice. I got up not suit and tie, but dress shirt, tie, khakis, the whole bit, and it was really cool. It was just nice because it was formal and fun. Everyone had a good time. Actually, right now it's almost 10 o'clock, and everyone is going to the after party or whatever. And one of the things for me cracking down with school, even though I never partied either at school or here, is making myself go to bed at a reasonable time and not stay up super late. And just that way I can wake up in the morning and be productive and do things and get work done and all of that. So that's part of it, honestly. Anyway, it was a good time. It was really, really fun. Words. I had something. Oh, the beach, right. So all the pictures you should be seeing right now that I have up of the beach. And it was amazing. So I woke up at 4:30 in the morning on Thursday, so this was yesterday. I woke up at 4:30 in the morning to catch a 5:30 in the morning bus to get to the beach at about 6:15, which gave me about half an hour to 45 minutes before the sun rose. So I got to see the pre-dawn. I got to see the whole horizon, the whole Pacific Ocean start to light up. And it was amazing just seeing, go from yellow to orange. And there was a cargo ship. Hopefully you've seen that picture by now. Maybe I'll cue with my voice. But there's a cargo ship coming in. So a lot of my pictures have this cargo ship, and it slowly goes kind of around the point because of the way the beach is. It kind of extends onto a point that lets into the bay behind me, and I got to watch it go kind of across the water and then kind of come around the point. And at one point it's horn went off. I turned around. There's the ship that I was just watching, come in, from the ocean, and getting to see the sun actually peak up was amazing. And I wasn't such am not in need of motivation or lifting up. I'm not depressed or any of that stuff. But I'll tell you what, there's nothing in the world that can replace seeing the sun rise on the Pacific Ocean and that feeling of magic of this is the day starting, and I'm getting to see this while so many other people are in bed or starting work or dealing with the hangover from the night before. All this stuff, and this is what I get to see, and it just makes getting up that early so worth it. And I hope some of the pictures do that justice. And I'm really excited for when I get to go to Uluru and the Outback because I got a feeling it's going to be and the trip with Mike. And the trip with Mike, I think there's going to be a lot of feelings that kind of like magical, like this right now, here I am. This is amazing, which is really exciting. Gosh. Anyway, though, so stuff next week. No tests, thank God. But like I think I mentioned, I'm sitting down with a professor, so more talks about research jobs. I got a big project that I got to be working on. Actually, that's going to be what I spend most of tomorrow doing. A lot of tomorrow doing. More writing. I've been getting really, really far in my novels, which is so cool and so encouraging because I'm finally doing chapter one. I have a weird style of writing, but now that I'm starting to do it a little chronologically, it feels real and it's really rewarding. But next week I don't have a lot of stuff planned. There's a market I'm going to on Sunday. So market I'm going to on Sunday. Next Thursday I'm sitting down with the professor. All kinds of stuff like that. I'll talk about it more during that vlog, but I guess it's always good to kind of give you guys a heads up. Yeah, so that's all I got. Thanks a ton for listening, guys. And, whatever you're doing when you're listening to this or whatever you just were doing, whatever, hope you're having a good time with it. Hope stuff's good over in the States, whatever you're doing. And if you got questions, leave a comment, leave a like, email me. I don't know. It'll be my last vlog, and I'll still say it's weird, because it is. But thanks again for listening, guys, so much. And I guess I'll talk to you next time. Take care.